Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel EduVisa Prep World. We have discussed a lot about writing section in our past videos, from how to actually make and break your essay to what kind of tips and tricks that you need to put in your essay to make it score an 8.5 or 9 bat. But we have not covered that what are the common and the very simple mistakes that you need to keep in mind so that you do not lose your scores. So in this video, we will be focusing on that, the common mistakes that you need to avoid in your IELTS writing section. Not only this, I will also tell you that how you need to rectify those mistakes and what all steps you should take in place of that. So gear up yourself and we are going to dive deep into this topic today. Mistakes. We all make them in our lives whenever you are about to do anything, or when you're even in your educational journey, everywhere you do mistakes. The importance of mistakes is that when you do them, you need to know how to overcome them and not repeat them again in your life. But in your IELTS exam, you need to know it beforehand. Not that you're going to learn while you are giving the exam, but while you are practicing, while you are in your journey of preparing for IELTS. Because a tiny slip up can actually cost you losing your marks. So in this video, as I told you, we are going to discuss the common mistakes or the pitfalls that you need to avoid, and also how to rectify them, what all steps or what all procedures you can follow in order to not make those mistakes at all while you are giving your IELTS writing exam. Mistake 1. Overcomplicating your writing. Now, overcomplicating your writing means you are using a lot of fancy vocabulary, a lot of fancy words, making long, complex sentence in order to present your view in front of your examiner or in front of your audience. What happens is when you make a very long sentence with overcomplicated words, the meaning of the sentence tend to fade away. Rather than this, make a short, crisp, and simple sentence with accurate vocabulary and grammar. Let's look at an example to understand it better. The paramount significance of education in the contemporary era cannot be overstated. While this is an overcomplicated sentence, a simple and effective sentence will be: education is crucial in today's world. Did you see the difference? The first sentence was overly cluttered and formal. Examiners sitting there are not looking for how much vocabulary or what sort of vocabulary you can use. Rather, they want to see that how clear, concise, and in a smart way you can put your thoughts into a short, crisp, and nice sentence, which is going to be the second one. Now, here's a pro tip. Instead of using words like utilize, stick with use. Replace ameliorate with improve. Your focus should be on accuracy, variety, and relevance. Now take a moment and think about, do you also overcomplicate your sentence unnecessarily? And whether are they able to convey the real idea that you want to convey to your audience? If yes, then stop doing it right ahead. Make sure when you are reading the sentence, it is coming out really clear to you. The grammar is right, the structure is right, and the tense usage, everything is apt. Do not focus more on fancy vocabulary or overly formal words. Jot down a sentence in the comment box and see if you are able to clarify an idea with clarity, or are you still on the path of using fancy words. The next mistake is ignoring pronunciations. Guys, you need to understand that pronunciation are an important part of your speaking section. You need to understand that your pronunciation should be clear and it should not depend on accent. Many of you believe, and it's a myth, it's a total myth, that accent really matters in your IELTS speaking exam. Why? Because it is a test that is designed by the British company, or this is designed by some foreign people and not Indian people. Wrong. Your accent doesn't matter. The examiner also know that you are from India, so you will always have an Indian accent in your English. Rather than focusing on your fake accent being put forward in front of your examiner, always make sure that you are stressing on your pronunciation. Now, pronunciation is the way a word is being said. So, if you are going to mix your accent, your pronunciations are going to go wrong. And in this way, the moment your pronunciations are going to go wrong, the examiner is going to cut marks. So make sure you're stressing onto the pronunciation and you're not mistaking them. You're not confusing them with other words, and you are being apt with it. Now, to improve your pronunciation, you need to know that the components which comprise the word pronunciation, it has three components. First, let's dive into that: word stress. Every word has one syllable that's pronounced more strongly than the other. For example, education. It's education, not education. Environment. It's environment, not environment. Second, sentence stress. Now here, even if you are stressing on one word and or the other word, the stress actually on different words can actually differentiate the meaning of your sentence. Let's dive into an example. I didn't say he stole the money. I didn't say he stole the money. Emphasizing say implies you might have written it. Emphasizing he suggests that someone else might have. The third component, that is your intonation, the rise and fall in your voice. Intonation helps you to express your emotions better in a sentence to your audience or the person you are speaking to. For example, you are coming, right? A rising tone shows it's a question. You are coming. A flat tone makes it sound like a statement. Now, certain common words. For example, if you are pronouncing content or content, now which is the right one? Great news. Both are right, but both have different meanings. Content means something which is out there, material. For example, the content of the social media platform is amazing. The content that you have written for the website is top notch. But content means satisfied. I am content with what I have in my life right now. So did you see here? The pronunciation makes it a difference in the meaning of what you want to put forward. So make sure you keep it in your mind while you're reading, while you're pronouncing. Certain tips: whenever you're reading any article, whenever you're reading any news, whenever you're reading any book, try to read it aloud so that your pronunciations get better. Look onto the Google how a certain word is pronounced, where the stresses are being made, and note it down on a piece of paper or besides the word wherever you are reading it, so that whenever you are going through it again, you know how that particular word is to be pronounced. Now, why pronunciation matters so much in your IELTS test? In your IELTS speaking test, the examiner is not there just to know what you want to say. They also want to know how you say it. Always remember, guys, the way you put forward your sentence, the way you put forward your views in sentences, in a structure, it actually helps the examiner to understand it clearly. It also helps the examiner to know what your thought process is. So make sure to be confident and to be fluent. For example, imagine you are discussing environmental issues and you mispronounce the word environment. The examiner might momentarily struggle to understand you, which can disrupt your flow. The same goes for the words like statistics or temperature. Mispronouncing them can take away from the strength of your argument.